my name's Jess from Makeup by Jessie G, and today I'm going to do the ride or die tag. Whilst I haven't been actually tagged by anyone, there are lots of YouTubers that I watch that have tagged everyone, so I'm just going to go with that because I really wanted to show you guys my favourite products, and if for some reason I had to go out and buy all my makeup again, what I would repurchase. Okay, so let's get into the video. So my ride and die primer is these Cover FX custom blot drops. I love this because this is the first primer that I've ever really used that has actually kept my face I'm not going to say matte, but not as oily throughout the day. So with these you can mix them in with your foundation, put them on as a primer like I do, or I haven't tried it, but it does say that you can add these as like you can blot your makeup with these throughout the day if you do get oily. I've never tried that, so I don't know if that actually works, but it is quite interesting. I really like these. This is the first primer that I've actually found to do something for my skin and not just clog up my pores and create more acne on my skin. So my Ride or Die foundation is the Revlon Color Stay foundation for combination oily skin. I've got the shade 110 with Ivory. I absolutely love this foundation because, again, I have super oily skin, especially in my T-zone. So I love this because it's the only foundation that I've found that doesn't really break up in those oily areas. The other foundation that I love is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. I've got the shade, I think it's Alabaster in that one. That shade does match my skin more than this Revlon one does, but the Anastasia one breaks up on my chin throughout the day once I get really oily, whereas this does not do that. I find myself I could go out after work, put it on in the morning, go to work, go out after work, and yes, it'll be a little bit oily by the time I get home, but not super oily. So I really like this. If you have super oily skin, this is definitely one to check out. So my Ride or Die concealer is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I've got the shade Fair Neutral. This concealer has the biggest applicator. I'll just show you guys here. It has the biggest applicator. It is super full coverage. When I'm using other concealers, for instance the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer or the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, I usually draw a big triangle across here and try and blend that out. And I'll usually go in with 2 concealers to try and cover my dark circles. And that just creates a lot of product buildup on my face. It looks heavy, it looks cakey, but that's the only way I could really find to really cover my dark circles. Whereas with this, I literally put three little dots under my eyes, and it will blend out the entire area here, and that's enough for me. So my next Ride or Die is the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder. This one is in the shade Transparent. This is super cheap. It's really great. I usually get mine from, if you're in Australia, again, Chemist Warehouse. It will go on sale half price and I'll pick up a few of them because this honestly is the only powder I really ever use. Sometimes now and again I'll go to other powders and I'll use it for a day or two, and then I'm just no, this one's way better, way cheaper. As well as there is another powder that I use, the By Terry Hyaluronic I forget the full name, but it's By Terry Hyaluronic powder, and I do like that one as well, and it does keep me matte all day. But the problem is that it's so expensive, and I tend to go through it really quickly. And I do go through these quite quickly because I apply a lot of powder to keep my face matte throughout the day. But because this is so cheap, when I get it half price, it's $5-6. So I definitely recommend this one if you have oily skin. And I mean, they make a shade that's just transparent, so it's great for all different skin tones. That's the shade I wear because, for instance, if I put fake tan or something on, I don't have to worry about going and getting different powder shades. So yeah, I highly recommend that. So my next Ride or Die is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit, but it's not the whole palette. It is actually just this powder here, which is in the shade Diffuse Light. This is I love the ambient lighting powders. To me, they just when I put them all over my face, and they give just a beautiful glow to the skin. And it's after I've, put on all my makeup, it kind of just softens everything out and just kind of, blurs everything together a bit more. So I really like these. It just gives a great finish to the face. The Diffuse Light is my favourite one because it is pale enough for my skin and it doesn't have any glitter or anything in it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful glow. The other thing in this palette, which is my Ride or Die, is this bronzer here, which is in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. This is another great bronzing shade if you are on the paler side. It just, like, you can just build it up and it creates a beautiful, beautiful slight glow and bronze to the skin. It's one of those products that I never really wear bronzer, but when I started wearing this one, I was like, oh, it just looks beautiful on the skin. It creates a beautiful glow. And just, yeah, it's so, so pretty. So my next Ride or Die is the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit. Pretty much always this is what I am using. So I love this one because it has this contour shade here, which is just a really nice shade if you are on the paler side. I do use this shade a tiny bit on the edges of my face just to darken up the contour a little bit, but I only use the tiniest bit of that. I also love this shade here to set my under eye concealer and just clean up that contour after I have done it. It's really, really great for paler skin tones. It's also really great because it's kind of hard to apply too much of it. If, like, you can have a heavy hand with this and it's not going to look too much. Like, it's got nice pigmentation that it shows up on your face, but not too much that it's, you know, you put a tiny bit on your face and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to blend it out for days. So my next Ride or Die is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush. This is in the shade Incandescent Electra. Just show you here. This is a beautiful, like, coral blush. I really love this one. This is one of the first blushes I really bought when I started getting into more high-end makeup and, you know, spending more money on makeup and really, really getting into makeup, really. I love blushes that aren't just flat and the ones that provide just like a really gorgeous glow to the skin. So when I tried this on, I was really into a few of the NARS blushes, but I hadn't really had anything quite like the Hourglass one. I have got quite a few Hourglass blushes now and I absolutely love them. For me, they are my favorite blush formula. I cannot go past an Hourglass blush. They are really, really expensive though. So that's why I would recommend picking up one of the Hourglass palettes if you can. The current one is still in stock at Mecca Maxima. You can't get this one anymore. But in the current Hourglass Holiday Collection palette, you can still get quite a few beautiful shades. I really like both the blushes in there and the bronzer. So next up is my favourite highlighter. This is actually the Balm's Mary Luminizer. But mine has come out of its packaging, so I put it in my Z palette. I really, really love this highlighter because it's not like chunky, it's not glittery, it just provides a beautiful glow to the skin, and it's pale enough for my skin, which is really great because there are a lot of highlighters out there that are, like, you know, super pigmented like the Mary Luminizer, but are way too dark for my skin tone. For instance, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. Beautiful when I'm tan, but when I am my normal pale self like now, I cannot wear this the Becca one, but I can wear this one. So my Ride or Die palette is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I really like this because I am a more of a warm tone shade kind of person for my eye makeup, and this obviously has a lot of beautiful warm tones to it. I really like that this palette has like lighter colours and light shimmery colours and darker shimmery colours. Like, it really has a great mix to it, which I really, really like. So I find myself, I can create so many different looks with it. I can create something really, really simple for every day or something a little bit more dramatic for at night. I also really like this palette because it blends out, like, it blends beautifully. It requires barely any work. There is a bit of fallout, but, you know, you just tap your brush off and you'll be fine. So yeah, I really like this palette. It just creates really, really nice looks and really simply. You don't have to put in like lots and lots of effort to create them, so it can just be really quick and easy, and yeah, it's always going to look really, really great. And I know, like, all the colours in here, I just think they're really, really pretty, which is unusual for a palette because normally I'll look at the colours and I'll be like, oh, most of them I really like, but these two maybe I don't think I'll wear, whereas in this palette I look at every single shade and I'm like, yes, I'm going to wear all of these. So I really like this palette. It was well worth my money. So my Ride and Dye eyeliner the label has completely worn off, but this is the Stila Stay All Day liquid eyeliner. It's the waterproof one, just black. I really love this eyeliner. It's like old now, I really need to get another one, but it has a really fine felt tip. So it's really, really nice to create just really fine, like you can create a really fine line, or you can really easily go like with a bold wing. It's really easy to create. I love mine as well because, you know, this eyeliner does not budge. It will not budge throughout the whole day. I can wear it. It's just not going anywhere, which I really love. You know, on a hot summer day or something, I don't want to have to worry, is my eyeliner, is it, you know, running down my face? Is it, I don't want to worry about that. So with this eyeliner, I do not have to worry about that at all. I know if I put this on, it's going to stay in place and I don't have to worry, which is great because, you know, a winged eyeliner or something that's rubbed down just ruins a whole makeup look. So yeah, I think this eyeliner is great and I really need to pick up another one. Very recently I acquired this mascara and it has become my Ride or Die mascara. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Just a black mascara here. I'll show you the wand. I really, really like this mascara. I was using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara for a very long time, and I just find that this mascara can separate my lashes a little bit better and make them look a little less clumpy. If you prefer a clumpier look to your lashes, then you might prefer the Better Than Sex one, but this mascara just provides a little bit more length and a little less clumpiness, which I really like. So everything's a little bit more separated and a little bit like fluffier and everything, so I can really create some nice looks there that kind of look like I'm wearing false lashes, but I'm not wearing false lashes. I've got just mascara on. So my all-time favorite brow product is the Benefit Precisely My Brow in, I've got the shade 2, yeah, shade, I've completely run out of mine, so I will have to pick up another one at some point, but I really like this. It's got a spoolie on one end and then it's got, I don't even know if there's enough left to show you, the tiniest bit. This is all that's left. It's got a tiny little nib at the end. I really like this because it doesn't, like, it's a little bit stiff, so, you know, when I'm applying it, it's not just like a line of colour, it's a little softer, a little bit more natural. So, you know, you can get something that's super pigmented and super creamy, but when you put it on, it's just going to glide across almost too easily and just look like fake and like a line. You want something that's a little bit kind of, yeah, softer and more blended. So I like that this is a tiny bit stiffer. I think they've got the right kind of balance. This is my favorite lip liner. This is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil. This is in the shade, what shade is this in? Aquarius. There's one thing I really don't like about the ColourPop Lippy pencils, and that is this. The lids just come straight off. They just don't stay on. So like, for instance, they're not staying on. I really like this lip pencil though. It's really good. It glides across my lips. It's not stiff at all, so I don't have to like be pulling on my lips, which is great when I'm using, like, that's what I look for in a lip pencil, because I want to create something like a really sharp line, so I don't want to be like constantly going over that area because the pencil's too stiff, because that, you know, that's going to create extra lines and look messier. I just want to have one line and that's it. Okay, so this is the Jouer lip cream in the shade, or lip creme in the shade Brick. This is my all-time favorite red liquid lipstick. It's just one of those beautiful shades that it's not like a, you know, bright, vibrant blue base red. It's a little bit deeper. So this is just one of those shades that when you're wearing it, I have had so many compliments with, wow, what a beautiful lip color. As well, the formulation of the Jouer liquid lipsticks are my favourite. They're kind of like a whipped consistency, so they're really comfortable on their lips. They're not too drying. You can apply several layers of them like after you've eaten, because they will wear off after you've eaten. You can apply another layer of them again and they're not going to like feel cakey and uncomfortable, which sometimes I do get with other liquid lipsticks. So I really like that. It's my all-time favourite shade. Thank you so much for watching my Ride or Die tag. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that, you know, maybe this gave you a bit of insight into some of the products that I like to use. A lot of these are what I use on an everyday basis because I just can't live without them, and I think they're so great. But if you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!